Welcome to another edition of Scales 13. So you guys may remember last week I gave my Pueblo milk snake Phoenix its first pinky. Not its first one ever fed in life, but the first pinky that I ever fed it. So this week, so I had to pick one that wasn't a couple that weren't so fat around the middle, and this one's missing a head, which is even better. People said that the snake was taken out at least 2 a week, and I guess I know pinkies come in different sizes, and those ones must have been a little smaller. So this time I'm gonna try to see if I can get two in her that are, well, I don't know if it's a male or female, but I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of pinkies in the snake's belly this time, so that way snakes had like a nice good full meal. You know what's funny? Whenever you watch a lizard strike an insect, or you watch a snake swallow its prey, like for me, it's never gotten old. Like I've been keeping reptiles since I was maybe like 7, 8 years old, and over the past couple decades, like this has never gotten boring to me. Like this is a really awesome thing. Like even like videos like this, like even after I tape the video, like sometimes when I'm bored, or yeah, like I'm looking at reptile videos, I'll just sit back and watch one of my own videos. And not to say that my video is so great, but just to see the moment of when that creature was like, ooh, food, and the way they swallow it down, like it's real cool the way snakes will unhinge their jaws, and then they stretch, and then or even for like the lizards, the way they like chase the insects around and strike them, especially leopard geckos, they like wiggle their tail and do almost the same thing they do in like mating before they strike. It's really, really cool. Like the beardies, the way they kind of just like, they're kind of like a hungry hippo. The bearded dragons will just like snatch all the crickets up, and what I like is that the bearded dragons actually kind of like chew their food, so that they really look like they're enjoying their food as they're eating. Yeah, this is really cool. And guys, I love my reptiles. This is something I've been doing for a very long time, like I said. And honestly, like there might have been different stages in my life where I like focus on other things, maybe like school or sports or any other activities that may have at the time been more financially important, or just in general to life. But this is something that's a definite passion for me that I never want to give up, and will always be a big part of me. Like I never will give it up. I love being a reptile keeper. Like it's funny, and I never like want to be one of those guys where like I have so many reptiles that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not like saying anything bad about breeders and stuff like that who breed so many snakes, and even if they take care of them very well and give them good lives, they might not remember all of them individually and stuff like that. If you're breeding, it's a business. You might have one or two that are your pets that you named and everything like that. But like for me, like I don't want to overwhelm myself. Like I'll probably only keep it the most, maybe like 4 or 5 reptiles at a time, with the majority of them being at least intermediate care, or beginner's care, and not like super advanced care. So that way each individual animal gets the individual attention that it needs daily in order to thrive and have a really good life. Like it's funny. Some animals don't live as long as others, and I guess there's the positive and negative of that, of course, is if you get attached to the animal, you become sad when one day they pass on, and like that's something that's always going to reflect on how much you love the creature. Positive is, at least if you know that you're like a reptile fanatic, where it's like, some people, depending on what you like only a couple different species. Like some people are crazy about leopard geckos and that's all they love. Awesome. Some people are crazy about blue tongues, lizards. Some people are crazy about milk snakes. Some people love garter snakes. Some people love ball pythons. Some people, I don't know how you could do this unless you had like a mansion or a warehouse, love Burmese pythons. Some people really like crocodilians, and I guess it's, people probably work at places like Gatorland and such like that, or even outside of reptiles. Some people really love betta fish, and they got a bunch of them all around their house and stuff like that. I gotta wipe that off. Say hi, Silk. Silk. Anyway. Silk. Anyway. Yeah. But yeah. My point is, every reptile keeper has like their own thing. Like me personally, guys, I'm more of a lizard guy than a snake guy. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This is only the second snake I've ever had. I've had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, countless anoles. Let's see, if you count the anoles, let's see, one, geckos, house, yeah. Okay, I probably had about maybe like over 10 lizards in my life. You know what I mean? Including the 3 that I have now. Starting from an early age. And, like lizards are like my favorite animals like in the world. Like it's like each lizard has like its own individual, almost like a superpower. You know what I mean? Like the monitor lizards are one of the lizards that doesn't become tired very quickly from running. The way that their lungs are different than other lizards. So instead of holding their breath when they sprint and getting tired very quickly with a quick burst of speed, they can be kind of like me or you, where when we run, we can pump oxygen into our lungs and keep running for a longer amount of time. So those are really cool. Then you have like the marine iguanas and stuff, who are like divers, and of course other creatures as well, like water monitors, who are also love to swim in water. Then you have things like the chameleons with their binocular vision. Those are super, super cool. And then you have the geckos that can climb plain glass because of the little hairs that they have on the bottom of their feet. And then you have the idea of them just being able to regenerate their tails. For most lizards, having that ability to do that. You have very strong climbers. You have the ability to change color and camouflage. You have the ability to change color just for the heck of it, depending on your mood, which is what most chameleons actually do versus just trying to hide. You have the ones that have the spiny tails, like the Aki monitors, and a few other lizards as well that have the spiky tails, where they bury themselves in the rocks. They flare that spiked tail up, and it deters a predator from being able to get to them and eat them. You have there's lizards like the basilisk that can run on water because it's running so fast, and because of its weight and the way its feet are, the surface tension allows the animal to stay on running on top of the water for a good amount of time before it sinks to the bottom and then swims away. You got cool bluffs like blue tongue and the horned dragons out west in the United States that can excrete blood from their eyes. You have the agama lizards with their weird alien stretching of the mouth thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different cool things that lizards do. That's why I'm really in love with lizards. That's why for the majority of my posts that you've seen, and not to take this video away from my snake here, but I got my blue tongue over here, and he's chilling, probably waiting for me to feed him. Just ate yesterday, but I can give him a small snack today. I don't want him to get too fat. Then you have my leopard geckos, like Tim here. Tim is just over here licking some calcium. Then you have Gex over here, who is sleeping in his hide. You know. Then a lot of lizards come out at night. Like, guys, like, I'm not gonna front. Like, I'm not really a 100% snake guy. Don't get me wrong. When my garter snake passed away, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? Like, it was heartbreaking. She was literally the first snake I've ever had, and I had her for quite a long time, about 4 or 5 years, which is long for me. And I really developed a bond with that animal. She was super tame, and it was the first snake I ever had. And snakes have their superpowers too. Besides just like the venom, there's snakes that are like you have snakes that swim in the ocean. You have snakes that hang on trees and can catch like birds and stuff, like the green tree pythons. You have rattlesnakes with that cool kind of like bluff type thing, not bluff, but that warning signal. Then you have eyelash vipers, where some of their colors mimic the flowers that they would hang out around, and it makes them very whoa, you all right? It makes them very very good at camouflaging. Are you okay? I think next time, to make it easier, I'm just gonna clip the arms and legs off the mice. I mean, they fall off pretty easily anyway. You need some leverage? Nope. She's like, no. My food. No. Okay. I'm not gonna bother you. Beautiful pattern. Like, then you have things like milk snakes, which are a type of king snake that will devour other snakes. Like you have the constrictors. Like, that's the thing. Like, what my point being is to give snakes their credit along with lizards. I'm just getting into snakes because, I've been around snakes. I've held snakes a million times. I've always had so much respect for them. I've never been someone to think snakes were like evil and all other junk. It's funny, the majority of the snakes that you would find on the planet actually are not venomous anyway. So, my point being is this. Naturally, I'm a lizard guy because lizards are like the first reptile that had me so fascinated, and I love them. You can even see the pictures around my kitchen / reptile room. They're all lizards. I'm gonna get a snake one eventually. Well, that was crocodilians, but yeah, my point is, I'm just getting into snakes, and this is only my second snake, and I'm really enjoying. Okay, the little arm thing has to go. I'm really enjoying, finally being able to deal with them. Oh yeah, another thing. Okay, guys, so this is the setup I have for my milk snake. She's gonna be dealing with that pinky for a while, so I'm not really missing out on anything. Okay, so I have a 20 long right now. I have this cool bush right here. Before anybody asks, yes, this is the same tank that I had my my garter snake in. I got this stuff called Wipeout. It's a disinfectant / cleaner made by Zoomed. It's toxic while it's wet, but after you clean something, you have to wait for it to dry before you put the reptile in there. Actually, I could show it to you guys real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys. So this is the Wipeout stuff, and after she passed away, I, took the body out. Obviously, completely disinfected the tank, wiped down all the surfaces of the glass inside and out. I sprayed down all of her stuff, her hides and different things like that, her rocks, and what I did was I stripped the tank, threw out the bedding. Basically, this whole tank was disinfected, and it sat for about a week before I got was it a week or 10 days? I don't remember. Whenever I wound up going in looking for food in a pet shop and actually saw the milk snake and fell in love with it, even though I wasn't looking to get another snake because I was still heartbroken. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, so whenever all that occurred, this tank was sitting, and I got some cool hides in here. I have a moist hide on the left side. It has this terrarium moss in here. I want to get the sphagnum moss though, because what I've noticed is the yellow sphagnum moss tends to be a lot softer and it puffs up better when you wet it, and seems to hold the moisture a little longer. So I want to get a nice pack of sphagnum moss when this runs out, and it should run out pretty soon. But yeah, this is what I've been using in like the moist hides in the leopard gecko enclosures as well. But yeah, so I have that inside this. I forgot what kind of. I forgot what kind of hide this is, but basically it's like a dino egg type thing, and it has like a hole on the top. She can fit in there real easily. I just moistened it. It's got the moss right there, so that way when she sheds, she can just crawl in there. Let's just say if I'm not home, she's uncomfortable. She's also very young, and I know young reptiles, when it comes to shedding, can be more difficult. She has a nice spot right there. She has a water bowl right here. To let her know that this side is the moist side, when I do wet the water bowl, I tend to just wet the substrate in this little area right here. The rest of this, like 65 to 80% of the tank, is kept completely dry. Like her warm side right here, which is the bulb is the rays from the bulb are right on top of this hide here, this little log hide. That's her warm hide. So her moist hide is on the cool side, and she has her little water bowl here. But basically, I just moisten the soil, so that way, look, if she's feeling a little dry and she doesn't feel like climbing all the way up in this thing, she can. I really, I haven't put her in here just yet. I need to put her in. Shit. Okay, so yeah, so she's swallowing the mouse, and then she falls on the ground. Great, and she's still holding the mouse. What the heck? This is the most determined snake I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, she's sitting there, and next thing you know, she just falls. Come here. Please don't spit out the mouse. Please do what you did last time. Why are you just... Let me pick you up. Come here. Come here, snake. You okay? Don't do that again. Matter of fact, you're going to be in my hand until you swallow that now, because I don't want you falling and hurting yourself. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I got one little small rock here. So, also for shedding. She's trying to shed, and she's on, like, the area of the tank that's a little bit more moist. She can rub up against that rock and kind of, like, put a nice little tear in the old skin and everything. Wow, she's really swallowing that thing down. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the setup I have now. 20 long, warm hide, little hut on cypress mulch. Nice little bush right here. Moist dino egg hide right there. Small water bowl. I want to get her a bigger water bowl as she grows. That one's just big enough for her to curl up in right now in case she does want to get her whole body in there. But that's just for now. And then this plant in the middle is just for decor and also a nice big spot to hide under if she would like to, just so she feels more comfortable. So technically she has 3 hides. So I think we're doing pretty good here. And this 20 long is plenty big for a baby stage milk snake. Like, she could really be in a 10-gallon right now if I wanted to, but I was like, I might as well give her the big tank now, and then maybe I'll upgrade her to an even bigger tank when she's an adult, just so she feels like she has more space and everything. But yeah, so see that big lump from dinner. So that's her setup. Her lighting fixture is a Zoo Med mini double dome. It has a infrared, it's a 50 watt night bulb in there, and she has a tropical rated Exoterra UVB light for basking. Even though she doesn't bask much, I believe most snakes at this young age tend to burrow a lot more. And, you know, she has bright colors. She probably does not want to be seen because she's probably a prey item for everything out in the wild. Like, she's only a little bit bigger than, like, a worm. Like, I'm sure, like, even my leopard geckos would probably take a snap at her if I were to let them actually see her, which I would not do, but for obvious reasons. I just told you guys why I wouldn't do it. But yeah, you know, like, yeah, because she's so low on the food chain right now, she's really not coming out that much. Like earlier when I got her out of the tank, she was hiding under her moist hide. So, you know, just trying to get her comfortable. Let me see if she'll take down another one, if she's still hungry. It takes her a while because she's also scared of some of my movements because she's so new. Come on, come on. Do you want the other one? Come on. It's funny, like, before I started the video, I had to coax her for like 5 minutes into eating. Once she felt relaxed enough and caught the scent, that's when she latched on. I was trying to get a video of her taking that first, you know, bite at the food and actually, like, attaching, but it didn't really happen like that. Huh. You don't want it, babe? Huh? I guess one a week is good, right? Jeez, she really swallowed that thing. But yeah. Yeah, this thing's doing pretty good. Yeah, I hope it's a girl because all 3 of my lizards are males. You know, just want to, like, bounce a little bit. Took a cool little picture of her just now. Yeah, if it's a boy, cool. Name still stays Phoenix because, you know, Phoenix is just an awesome name and it goes really good with the coloring of the animal. My blue tongue's still looking at me for food. But yeah, guys, this is another, like, quick feeding video with me and the baby Pueblan milk snake named Phoenix. And it's starting to tame out pretty well. I've been handling this snake daily for at least, even if I'm busy, at least like 5-10 minutes at a time, just so the animal gets used to, you know, having me hold it and, you know, like, getting used to me touching it without feeling any stress or anxiety, and just so it knows I'm not like a predator trying to, like, harm it or eat it or anything like that. So all in all, it's actually doing pretty good. Being stared at by the betta fish. Please don't try to run away. Please don't. All right, guys. So this little snake is gonna go back in its tank because it's being silly, and I gotta go so that way I can put this snake back. All right, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I gotta catch my snake. Bye.